डिजिटल इंडिया की जगह अब सर्वेलेंस इंडिया होते जा रहे हैं।
The government is running away from a probe. Why is the government running away?
This is not something that is going to be brushed under the carpet.
इस तरीके के काम करना जहाँ पे आप जो भी ऑपोजिशन वॉइसेस हैं आप उनको रिकॉर्ड करते हैं, आप उनकी प्राइवेसी को इन्वेड करते हैं। केंद्र सरकार को अपनी जो कमियां हैं उसको पूरी करने में कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए।
कि सबसे बड़े लोकतंत्र में किस तरह उसकी धज्जियां उड़ाई जा रही हैं।
राजनीति के घटते हुए गिरते हुए स्तर को ये प्रदर्शित करता है।
बेसिर पर की बातें हैं, कोई जिसका आधार नहीं है। अवसर ही नहीं देंगे, आप आएंगे ही नहीं, आप बात ही नहीं करेंगे, तो फिर लोकतंत्र कहाँ कैसे रहेगा? लोकतंत्र तो कमजोर होगा।
Hello everyone, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. Day 2 of the monsoon session and another washout in the Lok Sabha as the Pegasus storm dominated the proceedings. The opposition stands united against the centre, calling for an investigation into the snooping scandal. 300 Indians on an alleged list, including cabinet ministers and government officials, but the opposition is waging war over the names of Rahul Gandhi, Abhishek Banerjee, Prashant Kishore, as well as a number of activists and around 40 journalists from various publications and portals. Amidst the disruptions, the legislative agenda was derailed for a second day. The centre has dismissed the charges, saying there is no evidence of hacking, with the BJP following the Home Minister's lead, accusing the opposition of disruption and obstruction. Multiple bills are still pending and the scandal has cast a shadow on the monsoon session. Pegasus is sophisticated spyware capable of hacking both Android and iOS devices and runs in the background without the user knowing it. It usually infiltrates devices via malicious links in emails or through chats, apps, and can access contacts, messages, passwords, live calls, and can even activate cameras and microphones. NSO, which developed this spyware, has said it only sells it to government agencies and has dismissed the report, saying they are full of wrong assumptions and baseless theories. Now the centre has said there are legal protocols for surveillance and there has been no unauthorized interception by government agencies. However, the opposition has said that does not rule out authorized interception, describing the scandal as a Watergate moment. They have called for an independent probe, including a joint parliamentary committee probe to look into the charges. But do they know what that entails? Do they want a forensic audit of all devices belonging to those on the list, including Rahul Gandhi and Abhishek Banerjee? Do they want NSO to furnish a list of clients to get to the bottom of who could have potentially hacked the phones of 300 Indians? Do they want all of this on the basis of unverified reports without any concrete proof and only political charges? This begs the question, has the scandal exposed a real conspiracy to spy on the opposition, or is it pure political conjecture? Joining me on the show, Shazia Ilmi, spokesperson of the BJP. N.S. Napinai is a Supreme Court advocate. We also have Khushbu Jain, senior Supreme Court advocate and cyber law expert. Biswajit Deb is TMC spokesperson. Shazia, I'm going to begin with you. Your government has repeatedly called this report as disruptors for the obstructors. If this is some international conspiracy in which people in your government are being snooped upon, sitting union ministers, constitutional post holders, then shouldn't you be worried and ensure that there is an investigation?
You know, Maria, I would have really been worried had I been the spokesperson of the Congress party, because I know what all transpired in the actual Neera Radia case, where there were transcripts, where there were voice recordings, where there was actual exchange of words, and also evidence suggesting that ministry portfolios are being given and were being discussed by some members of the press, so to speak, who seem to be the custodians of the national conscience.
If there is another government, let's look at another hypothetical question here.
Secondly,
because since you are arguing it, I want to know, Shazia, one moment. I want to know if there is another government which has done it. It is clearly a cyber attack on India and its citizens. Shouldn't there be an intrusion?
No, if you give me 10 seconds, I'll just
no,
say
I want to make one more point. One more point.
NSO, which actually the NSO group, which actually is the agency or the group that owns this Pegasus spyware, software, whatever you want to call it, and is responsible for its creation, distribution, and ownership, copyrights, and patent, is actually not just mentioning it, but officially has announced.
I'm going to take that question too, Shama Mohammed. But Shazia, you have not answered my question. I'm asking a specific question. Please listen to it. Please listen to it.
It's just a very hilarious and a very juvenile and a silly
Are you
attempt,
listening to
yet
my
another
question,
attempt
Shazia?
To malign Modi government because it has.
Okay, I think there is some problem with that line. Because
I can understand Neera Radia.
are you not able to get my question? I'm asking you. Yes, I'm asking a question. No, listen to me. Listen to me, Shazia. Listen to me first.
There are some phone names.
Listen to me first.
There is talk of.
Okay, we'll get Shama now. Shama, just respond to that NSO specific question, that if NSO is denying it, which is the Israeli firm which operates this Pegasus, saying that they deal only directly with the governments, and most of those who have figured in that list isn't correct. They have also said that they're mostly Western democracies. Then shouldn't the opposition be looking for more evidence before coming to conclusions such as this?
Okay, now I'm going to start again and repeat what I said yesterday, is that investigative reporting is one of the most important tools in this world to expose various governments. We have seen it all over the world from Watergate. And now Shazia Ilmi is screaming and shouting. She should know that they came after us. They didn't find, of course, any evidence. In Bofors is when Hindu reported that story. They broke the story here, and it was a radio station in Sweden. So there was investigations after that. Anything, I was also saying about Augusta Westland yesterday, investigation, CBI probe, everything. Now, have you noticed this? After 2014, there is no, if anything breaks here, any story breaks here, everything is covered up. There is no, now I'm asking the question, when the IT minister says that using Pegasus does not amount to surveillance, they have not yet admitted that they haven't used the Pegasus. Now, you have to tell us whether you've used it or not. That's one thing we want to know. If the government of India has not used it, then some other country, foreign country, is snooping on us, not just us. Judges on our intelligence agencies, they can know what is happening at the border in China, because it's also them. Judges, what are the verdicts going to be given? It's important. And lately, what we're hearing is the Karnataka government has been snooped upon before the fall of the Karnataka government in 2019. They were snooping the phones. It's the Pegasus come out that they have Frontline has come out with that that the phones of Mr. Siddaramaya's secretary, personal secretary, Kumaraswamy's personal secretary, and the Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Parmeshwar's phones were tapped. Now, my question is, France has started an investigation on this after Mediaport has come. If names come from,
we all know what
it doesn't happen like this. Please ask him to shut her mouth.
What has been doing about media part, which actually is a very important. There's an important endorsement of media part. The head of communications, so which is Fabrice Afri, who has been working on Rafale, and that has been slammed.
If the Modi government has nothing to hide, why do we not have
by the
judicial
Supreme Court,
probe?
nonetheless.
So why are we not going to have a judicial probe? Is my question.
So go ahead.
Can
you
ask her to keep quiet? I cannot speak.
Okay, Shazia, you'll have to listen to the question before you respond.
Yeah, my question is.
No, one moment. Shama, you've made your point. Shazia, listen to me.
Have a judicial probe everywhere.
Okay,
if there is
fine.
Panama Papers.
Okay, both of you have made your points. And now let me ask the question, because both of you are just going on and on. Listen to me first now.
I did not interrupt.
Okay, you know, Shazia, the question is, that is being asked by Shama also, is that if there is another government which has done it, then it is a cyber attack on India and its citizens. Shouldn't there be a truly independent judicial inquiry to get to the truth and hold those responsible for this violation of fundamental rights accountable? You have to hold accountability.
I'm the first one to say it, because the fact of the matter is that I would really like Shama to go ahead along with her leaders to file a case. They went ahead on Rafale, remember, and Supreme Court gave his judgment. Please go ahead. Accuse the Indian government. Please show evidence, because the NSO group is the one that owns this software and spyware called Pegasus. Let me repeat it again, because if you get it, Shama, you will not utter this very amusing comment of yours. Again, the parent company of Pegasus has already issued a statement.
Let me bring Khushbu and Napinai now. I'm going to come back to the politicians in just a bit. Khushbu, is there a legal framework that allows victims of spyware to hold governments or the complicit companies accountable for any kind of abuse and misuse?
Okay, fine. So that we have to have a differentiation between two things. One is the lawful surveillance, and the other one is unlawful surveillance, which comes down to hacking, or which is a punishable offense, whereas Section 16, whereas IT Act is concerned. Whereas lawful surveillance is concerned, yes, government has power. We have Telegraph Act, we have IT Act, which empowers government to do the surveillance. Following due procedure of law, there is a proper process. At the end, it goes to the review committee. Now, coming on the aspect that if, as a user, you feel that you have been wrongly surveilled, there is a surveillance on you, or there is a hacking, or there is a snooping, yes, you do have law. Why not file a FIR, register it, go to the court? You have right to privacy as your fundamental right. Why don't you register a court in the High Court, or also take another instance of going to the police station, registering a complaint against that this is my cell phone, which I assume to be
to be hacked, or there is some malware in it which is snooping, and go ahead with the investigation, take a lawful course. And coming on to the next aspect, whether this Pegasus wala issue specifically, let there be some basis. How are you exactly just ongoing? Somebody who itself is a surveillance agency coming on third parties report, are you relying on that part that something has happened? There is no evidence. Let there be backed by some evidence. Jurisprudence says that anything that comes, there should be a backing to it, and there should be burden of proof which should be there if somebody who's alleging it. So without any basis, we are having a full discussion on the part that whether government has done the surveillance or not. Lawful interception, lawful surveillance, government is empowered to do it with the following due process of law. But when the kind of thing which we're talking about, this is without any basis, there is no linkage to the government whether government has authorized this.
Okay, so Napinai, are you of the similar opinion that this is full of conjectures, as the BJP has been saying, that if there is any proof, then that should be coming out in the public domain. If there is no evidence, then why should they go ahead and order an inquiry?
To some extent, yes. See, the whole issue here is, where does facts stop and conjecture start? I think that's the point of deflection that we need to figure out. Now, up to the point of saying that Pegasus is spyware, and what it can do, one could assume is a statement of fact. But whether Pegasus was in fact deployed, against whom was it deployed, for what purpose was it deployed through due process or not, these are the points which still remain to be decided. And on these aspects, if an investigation is the way forward to find out, and I believe that is rightly so be it, let there be an investigation. But to speculate, to jump to conclusions at this juncture to say that X government or Y government or X person or Y person would have done it, at this point of time would be speculative. We are just assuming on the basis of certain inputs received and treating it as final instead of just a starting point. For instance, Shama mentioned about investigative journalism, and she's right. Investigative journalism plays a very important role, but that role is only to start or kickstart a process. It's not the end of the inquiry. It is just the beginning. Ultimately, whatever is culled out has to be subjected to test in terms of whether it will withstand the test of scrutiny and show it itself to be evidence rather than just information or opinion.
Fine. So, then let me bring Mr. Deb here. The point being made by two lawyers here is that there are a lot of conjectures, and that perhaps leads to the larger question, whether journalists, activists and others were officially spied on. The government will have to respond to that. The government says that there is no basis to this, and that even the NSO has said that there is no official dealing between them and the government of India. Then is the opposition right in raising the alarm bells the way it has?
Well, the allegations are very serious, I can say, and the government should come up with a clear answer that they did not purchase this particular Pegasus and they did not go ahead with this particular thing. they should come up with a clear answer. But the government has not yet come up with a clear answer. And that is why All India Trinamool Congress has decided to raise this issue in Parliament, both in Lok Sabha and in Rajya Sabha, for a debate and for a discussion. And until this discussion is held, we are not going to allow the proceedings of the House to continue. You see, we have repeatedly, our leader Mamata Banerjee had repeatedly requested the central government to give the migrant workers financial help during the time of COVID crisis. But unfortunately, they spent millions and millions of money for the purpose of snooping, but they did not agree to give the migrant workers a single penny. Now, I would like to say, our leader Abhishek Banerjee's telephone was also hacked. Unlawful surveillance is not at all allowed under the legal provisions in India. And what they have done is unlawful surveillance. Okay. That is the allegation.
Shazia, respond to this.
The government should agree. The government should agree for a probe. Let there be a judicial probe.
Okay.
Why are they afraid for a particular probe?
Okay.
Why are they afraid to face a judicial probe?
Okay, Shazia, respond to this, and then I'll bring in Shama.
About what has been said very categorically by not just the Home Minister Ashwini and the Ashwini Vaishnav ji and all other leaders of the party, that this is completely concocted, and they have presented a chronology of events, and have also stated that there is no rationale behind this, and this has been said not once but has been said very unambiguously in the Parliament and outside, that there is no merit and of the story. And also, I want to tell you something very simple. That NSO, the one who owns Pegasus, see, you're basing your entire theory, your notice and everything on this spyware. So just because Washington Post says it, that Pegasus has been used by Indian government, or because George Soros, your boss, says it, doesn't make it true. What makes it true is that this Pegasus, the spyware, which is owned by NSO Group, is saying that we don't save our data on servers. So how
it is not only
Shazia, I'm not too sure if dismissing a publication is the correct way to approach it. The question is, did the government use Pegasus? The government is saying they haven't used it. The opposition is saying they did. Should there be a credible inquiry? That is what they are saying.
Why don't they agree? Why don't they agree for a probe and back to a judicial probe? Let there be a judicial probe. Why is the government so afraid to face a probe?
Is issuing a defamation case on all the publications. I don't know whether it will extend to you or not, to prove it, whether this has happened.
Okay.
So you please
Shama.
prove it that the spyware has been
Shama.
used. One.
Okay.
So there should be an agency. There should be some kind of a.
Shama, here is the BJP daring the Congress to go ahead and file a case in the Supreme Court because the privacy of your top leader has been really, breached here.
Yeah, so there are 17 international publications, okay? There are 17 international publications which has said that this has happened. And Mediapart in France, Amnesty International, they've checked the phones. When you do the forensic examination of these phones, you can see that it's happened. It's now we come to know that BJP has used it to topple the Karnataka government. These are serious allegations. My question right now to Shazia, which she's not answered, she's been talking a lot of things, but she has not told us if the government has used Pegasus or not. Because the government of India has used Pegasus.
With a better plan and a better conspiracy.
You have gone and told the government in 2017. You have said that in court that the government has said right to privacy is not a fundamental right when we had to link our Aadhaar card to phone and bank accounts. Let's not forget it. Justice Keher, 7 bench said the right to privacy is a fundamental right under Article 21. Let's not forget about it. So if you get into and this spyware is very dangerous. If I have it,
of course it is very dangerous.
If I'm changing my clothes, it can see me.
Maria, you used a very important word. It's a very small word, but actually it's a very important word.
Okay, let her speak, please. Let Shama speak. Shazia, you have made your point. Let Shama speak, please. Yes.
So you can say anything. Maria, you and Mr. Dev and Shama can say that I'm tapping your phone.
Maybe the
one moment. It's not the same. It's not the same. This is a wrong analogy here, Shazia.
Why are you scared of a judicial probe? Because you're guilty. Your government, our government, this particular Modi government has been doing it. When there is so much of international, when there's an investigation in France for Rafale as well as this, why is that anything after 2014, there is no judicial probe? We are not guilty. Everybody else in this world is lying. Everybody has some sort of...
Shazia, 30 seconds to you, and then I'll give the final words to the two advocates on the panel. Okay, quickly. Shazia, 30 seconds, quickly.
You understand what I'm saying? Just 10 seconds.
Yes, 10
Please
seconds.
Give me 10 seconds.
Yes.
All I'm saying is that Forbidden Stories, which is a consortium of bodies, has been used to do a certain kind of work. We know that they have proudly showed, Media Part, which is a very big sponsor of theirs, what kind of work they do. Now, if Pegasus spyware is being used as a basis premise, you're not listening. You know, Maria, if you don't listen to logic...
Let's have Khushbu and Napinai now on the screen.
I don't think logic
Khushbu,
matters
yes,
here.
you are saying that there may be no evidence, but this is an international consortium which has come up with, investigation of that nature. And, look at what has happened. The immediate fallout of this has been an investigation that has been ordered by the French prosecutor, because they certainly are worried. The Paris prosecutor's office, they opened a probe into allegations by investigative news website Mediapart and two of its journalists that they had been spied on by Morocco using the Pegasus spyware. Here again, there are 40 Indian journalists who have been allegedly snooped upon. The question is, while it is all right to say that this could be, purely conjectures, but here are private citizens whose privacy have been invaded.
I absolutely agree with you that even if it's a conjecture, we are yet not sure about, and if it's the issue is too serious. So to come exactly on that, we are aware these are the 40 people, these are the 40 journalists who are being snooped down on, there have been a surveillance or whatever spyware has been there. Why not make a complaint? The device is still with you. That's the pure evidence. Even if it's a conjecture or whatever, to go to the next level, you need evidence. You cannot go on 20, 25 international, agencies or international publications talking about that. Those are not admissible things. So devices are with you. This is your number. Why don't you register a formal complaint? Let there be an investigation. Let your device be investigated. Let there be a forensic investigation on your device. Let that be a conclusive proof. Go ahead, file a complaint, then convert it into maybe file an PIL or a writ petition in the court that your fundamental right has been infringed. And going on the next, that if it has been done by some other state agencies, then this is something which hits security of your state or sovereignty of your country or so on and so forth. So go ahead and let government take action accordingly.
30 seconds to you.
Yeah, your question is very valid, Maria. What we are really looking at today, and that's why I wanted to reiterate the point which I closed off with, which is that there is this inquiry report. It is from across the world and it has to be acted upon. I'm actually glad something like this has come up, because we have had spywares of various kind all these days. Pegasus was neither the first nor is it going to be the last. We've been talking about privacy from a corporate surveillance perspective, from government surveillance perspective, from surveillance per se in various forms, right? So here is an opportunity for us to dig deeper and to find out the truth. This is not the time to submerge the real concern, which is about, is there surveillance and what is the scope and extent of it, in the noise of political milieu. So all I'm asking for today is this, that let India not be put in a position where we are supposed to prove our innocence instead of first showing whether there has been guilt.
All right. Yes.
The second aspect of it is every person
election is fraudulent.
Napinai, I've really come to the end of this discussion. Thank you so much, ladies. Shazia, Shama, Napinai, Khushbu and Mr. Biswajit. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is a story which is still playing out in the parliament. It remains to be seen how it unfolds. We are seeing opposition unity also demanding a joint parliamentary committee probe. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching.